We now return to Sesame Street, now on HBO.
Yum 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 yum.
Oh, hi, you guys. How was school?
Honestly, Mom, today was kind of weird. Every kid in school had to write a list of 5 reasons Principal Shepard is cool, and then have their parents sign it.
What? That seems crazy.
One time I saw him pee in a urinal with his hands on his hips. That's pretty boss.
Why would the principal make all the students do that?
I don't know. I think he's going through a tough time. He's in the middle of a bad divorce.
What? How do you know that?
He's actually been pretty open about it.
Good morning, students. Today at 3:30, James Woods High will be hosting a cross-country meet, which also happens to be where Lorraine has threatened to take my children across the country. And here's today's Tuesday trivia question. Does this sound like yelling? Because apparently this sounds to some people like yelling.
All right, finally, some peace and quiet so I can buckle down and get some writing done.
Hey, Bonnie.
What?
Listen to this. Say it's all been a pack of lies.
What? Why?
Just do it. Just say it's all been a pack of lies.
It's all been a pack of lies. That sounded really good.
Thanks, babe. Hey, you know what that song's about? Phil Collins watching some guy watch another guy drown. And then the next night, he invited the watching guy to be in the front row of his concert so he could sing it right to him and they could arrest the guy.
Really? Why wouldn't he have just helped the guy who's drowning?
I don't know. I think he was on a bridge or something. Like, he could see it, but he couldn't get there in time.
But he let a whole day pass? Why didn't he call the cops?
Because he was busy writing the song.
Wait, if he just watched, doesn't that also make him a little guilty?
Look, I'm not saying we wouldn't bring Phil Collins in for questioning.
I feel like maybe this story is bogus.
Hang on, let me check Snopes. Yeah, none of that happened.